Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Land Tamer stream. We are back on Twitch, I think. I don't know what happened last night, but looks like we might be having some issues again. Interesting, because earlier I was able to stream for a while, and we got a lot of drop frames here. We're just going to keep on going. We are recording, so let me know if the quality is too horrible. Thanks so much for stopping by tonight, folks. This background here, wallpaper of the day, of course, is from the Troubleshooting OSPF session, breakout session. It was so awesome. We're going to talk about that in a minute. This is the part 5 of a first-timer Cisco Live experience technical breakout sessions. So this was a really, really amazing part of Cisco Live. Is one that I anticipated the most in terms of content that I prepared for the most. So I just want to talk about this a little bit, and some, if some of you might be watching this 2019, getting ready for your first Cisco Live, it's kind of target audience here. But the technical breakout sessions were great. There is, Cisco announces, once you register for Cisco Live, they start sending you emails about things that are going on, right? So there are emails that tell you whenever the breakout sessions are available to browse. Right, there's several stages. So one is you can actually go and look, and you can mark as favorites. So that was back in April, I think. So a couple months before. Then they sent out another email a couple weeks later saying you can now schedule your breakout sessions. And of course, with technical breakout sessions, this is not first come, first serve. This is registration only. As a matter of fact, if you have an Imagine Pass, they are scanning your badge. You're not getting in unless you have a valid badge to get into the breakout sessions and you are registered. So very important thing and difference about a lot of the other events at Cisco Live. And of course, you can favorite and or register based on a certain track. At first, I chose Cloud Track and Certification Track, and that was just way too many sessions to try to schedule in. And once I realized that, hey, these are going to be available for viewing later, try not to fill up your schedule with so many breakout sessions. You don't have time to explore World of Solutions and do the labs, etc. So I started chopping out breakout sessions, and before you know it, I think I had scheduled typically like 3 or 4 a day. I actually ended up attending usually 2 a day, sometimes 1 or 3 a day. So I essentially cut things in half from the beginning to what I actually attended. Interestingly enough, Cisco actually sent me today an email, like a certificate of completion. By the way, these are the sessions that you attended at Cisco Live. Some of them are duplicate. And yes, it was very accurate. So this is based on my badge scans. And without a badge, you're not getting in. So that's one caution about overbooking. Allow yourself time to do a lot of the other stuff, right? Something else that is important about the breakout sessions, of course, is, as I mentioned, they're available later in an on-demand library. Now, I think in the past, it has been quite a while, the delay between the Cisco Live event and the actual publication of the videos. Well, they said this year at Cisco Live, they said that they were going to accelerate that a lot quicker. And as a matter of fact, it was today that they released, it says a majority. I mean, everyone that I've looked at actually has the video session attached. So yeah, they're all attached. And that's awesome. Like a week later, essentially, and we've got all the video content. So I'm going back, and I'm going to go, the ones that I canceled, I'm going to go back and watch those. We're going to rewatch some of the other events. This is something I'm going to be doing, throughout the year, and it's such an amazing resource, folks. I mean, and we'll get into that in a minute, but one thing, let's talk about it. When you're looking at the on-demand library, or when you're scheduling your technical breakout sessions for the future, in a future Cisco Live, be sure to use the search tools. There's a lot of great search tools here. Of course, you want to filter by event. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that 2018 Orlando is the best. Again, these numbers here give you a clue to a couple of things, give you a couple of clues. One is the level. So essentially, they are categorizing everything as, I think it's either introductory, intermediate, or advanced. Think CCNA, CCNP, CCIE. Not, you know, it's not exactly that way, but it's pretty close, right? So what you've got here is the 3000s are considered advanced or expert level. 2000s are immediate, intermediate, or NP level. And of course, the 1000s are introductory or A level, CCNA, for example. So that should help you kind of figure out which ones that you want to schedule, right? And it's definitely true. Like I went to several that were 3000s and they were expert level, and I went to some 2000s. And a lot of the 2000s I had studied before, but there was some good refresher material, right? So just think about that when you're scheduling and getting prepared to book a, technical breakout sessions. So why would you view these on demand? What are their use? Well, you probably know about this by now. You may have already used them in your studies, but they're great for areas where you're struggling, or maybe you're being introduced to them. You need clarification on some concepts or principles or some technical things. You're trying to do a deep dive into a particular protocol or platform, or some of them have labs in them, like this OSPF session, Troubleshooting OSPF. There's links in the session, and you can actually go download some lab files, and do some of the labs yourself. So it is a source of some lab material in some cases. All right. So those are some great reasons to use on-demand library. Highly recommend it. I'll be doing it some more. So now let's talk about some of the specific sessions here. These are all down below. I kind of get out of order here. Let me fix that. I'm not going to go into great depth. Again, I've got a change I have to do here in a little bit, folks. Previously unscheduled changes and now scheduled soon. So I'm going to have to be kind of brief, but I would recommend all these. I found benefits in all these, to be honest. So there's not one I could say, oh, it's a waste of time, don't watch it. They're all good. Some more than others, and in particular, that may have to do with the level. For example, Troubleshooting OSPF was more of a deep dive, 3310. Troubleshooting EIGRP networks is awesome. Again, some of these people are authors. Like some of these are authors of the Cisco press books on EIGRP. That was the case with Troubleshooting EIGRP networks. These are the experts. So they can go as deep as you need them to go. But of course, this is these sessions have agendas, and in this particular case, it's a 2000 series breakout session. It wasn't as deep, but it was still very, very, very good. And of course, you have the CCIE's Introduction to MPLS Networks, and those it's a 3000. This is a little more in depth than this one, which was 2601, VRF, MPLS, and Multi-Protocol BGP Fundamentals. And it was more of a fundamentals course. I did like it though because it had some great experts there, and it reviewed VRF Lite in some detail that I was kind of looking for, which is good. But again, Monday only did one. Viptela was very popular. I think they had 2 or 3 of these, just to meet the demand. Of course, it's a very hot sort of topic. And of course, the EIGRP OSPF and overview of packet capturing tools, Cisco router switches and routers. This was a little more detailed than I needed, to be honest. It wasn't actually what I thought it was going to be. It was still a very good session, and I took away several great things from it. I might have rescheduled for some BGP stuff. That's going to be some of the stuff I go back that I had to cancel. I'm going to go back and listen to is some of the BGP. Actually, what I'm going to do, and what I encourage you to do, is leverage these searches. So like I said, you can do advanced, and you can do CCIE. A lot of them have CCIE in the titles. And remember, tech, now TEC, these are the tectorials. These were not free as part of the All Access Pass, I think it's called. I'm probably wrong on that, but the pass I had was $2,500. It did not get me into these. These are extra. And they're not available on demand, right? But maybe if your account, if you paid for it, you can view it here. I don't know. But you want to look for BRK. These are the technical breakout sessions that are free. And you see BGP is your friend, BGP for the CCIE candidates. I will be watching this. I missed this. I'll be watching it. QoS, that is for collaboration, but I'm still going to listen to that one. I attended this one. CCIE and the Art of the Troubleshooting Lab. Of course, I'm going to watch this one. So MPLS Deep Dive. That's a tech MPL, so that is not available for on demand. So just be aware of that. If you don't find what you're looking for, some of these have been given like every year, and maybe you want to see a different presenter, just unfilter the event. You know, of course, you're going to see a lot. You got Cancun, you got Spanish, you can filter by language, you can filter by technology. This is a little broad. Like I did routing and switching, and I got a lot of stuff that I wasn't interested in. So really rely more on the keyword to find what you want. You do have to log in, by the way. So yeah, that is great. There are materials there from the Innovation Showcase and the Big Idea Theater, some recordings. There are also recordings from DevNet, which I'm going to talk more about probably tomorrow. I can't really tell you what those are, the Innovation Showcase and Big Idea Theater. I have no idea. I'm probably going to watch one or two just so I can see what it is and, you know, be able to speak to it. But those are there too. There's recordings. So yeah, dig in, folks. You probably saw it on Twitter today. These are available. You saw a number of tweets about certain sessions. Go for it, man. Eat your heart out. If you're studying for labs or exams, you're going to love it. And again, it's one of the highlights. But again, that's one of the things that when you're going to Cisco Live or preparing for it, always remember, it looks like even next year, the next Cisco Live, maybe the videos are going to come out even faster. So it is nice. You can be at the breakout sessions. You can win T-shirts like I did. You can ask questions. You can meet the people. But in reality, you don't want to kill yourself, Cisco Live, trying to attend all these, fill up your schedule, because, again, they're going to be available later for free to anybody, right? So coming soon again here on the stream. We're going to try to keep it short, like I said. I've decided I'm going to do just a single giveaway of my Cisco Live swag bag. It's going to be the backpack, and all the other stuff, the Lego blocks and that kind of stuff, is going to be just one giveaway to make it easier. And also, I got a upcoming review, Network Collective Membership Review. I did post last night. I didn't get much studying done. I actually did a lot of production, streaming and video production. So I ran into a couple of snags, and that took up a lot of my time. But I hope to get a little bit done. Well, I won't get much done tonight because I'm going to do the stream. I'll get ready for my change. And hopefully this weekend we'll get back on track with 33 days to go. But yeah, I posted a video last night of the EVNG Pro upgrade process review. Went great in summary. Written progress. I do have 2 days vacation time scheduled prior to the exam. At this rate, though, if work continues to interrupt, I may have to reschedule, which is fine. But I'm still on this target date. I like swap my own call. I'm ready to go, and I'm going to continue to barrel towards the written exam on July 23rd. Just a couple of quick items of news: social media app news. Discord released an update, and now you can you can create links for your group DMs, which is great. We've been using that here on this channel. Well, now you just create a link, makes it really easy to share instead of having to add a friend, etc. Also, you can start out a blank group DM and just add people as you go, which is cool. Nice feature. And then Instagram came out with IGTV. So I think it's great if they can compete with YouTube. It is portrait instead of landscape. The videos are portrait, of course, which goes really well for people watching things on their, on their mobile phone. It's what it's geared towards. We'll see. I think they do up to an hour videos. Hey, give YouTube a run for the money. I use YouTube. I use a lot of the social media platforms. The more competition, the better, right? Competition is what makes the products as good as they are today and will allow them to continue to improve. Couple meat chunks, great blogs, guys. Gals, really good blogs. One is by Show IP Interface Brief. You can tell he's kind of, post Cisco Live, getting ready, kind of looking ahead at how to use the most of learning dollars. So he outlines his experience there, and it's a good lesson for us all. Always be planning for that budget money if you have it available. And then NeckerCube put out an epic blog about his lab attempt. Very detailed, very beneficial to me. It read like a novel at times. I felt like I was there sometimes with him. It was just so well written and so well done. And congrats, NeckerCube, on a really good rate. I look forward to your continued blogs and what you're doing in the networking community, just putting out really quality stuff. So that's going to wrap it up for tonight, guys and gals. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hit that follow button if you haven't already, the sub on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Twitch right now, you can sub with your, if you have a free, if you have Amazon Prime, you have a free Twitch Prime subscription that you can use every month. Hit that sub button and help support the channel. Thanks so much for tuning in. We shall see y'all tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow's Friday, so I'm off tomorrow night from streaming. But we'll see you on Saturday and Sunday. And, of course, Monday through Thursday, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Sending you all the good bits for your labs and your study. Keep grinding, keep labbing, keep studying. And we'll see you back here this weekend on Land Tamer Stream. Have a good night.